Excuse me, miss, are you tired?
I beg your pardon?
Are you tired?
No, why?
Because you've been running through my mind all day? Did it hurt?
Did what hurt?
When you fell from heaven, did it hurt?
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
I need whiskey, revolution, Harmarsh to get better, and it's time for a brew review.
Oh, I'm newly calibrated, all shiny and clean. I'm your recent adaptation, time to redefine me. Oh, I'm feeling better now.
2 for Tuesday, except for the beer. We're going to be looking at FWB, Falling Knife. FWB stands for Filled with Berries. Hopefully not. Berry sour ale with raspberry and blackberry. Drink fresh, 5%. And this is from Falling Knife Brewing Company in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I wonder if they're woke like a joke. I'm not sure if it needs, it doesn't really, for all I know, maybe it says, but. Or some of these companies, maybe they just don't care. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's bringing anything extra. It's very berry looking. Smells awesome. It's the fresh raspberry. Mainly the raspberry is what I'm getting. Cheers. Semi-sweet. It's not like soda pop or like some of the ones from Drecker have been. I think this would actually hold up to the test of time on some kind of a marathon beer drinking session longer because it's not so sweet. A little bit of just a wee bit of a tart finish to it. Very natural flavors, the raspberry, both the berries, but that raspberry has such a dominant thing going there. Then again, I've also had a lot more raspberries in my lifetime than I have blackberries. Except for there was kind of a stint there in the about 10 years ago or so that I had quite a few blackberries. Whatever happened to them? They just disappeared. I don't know. Does BlackBerry even make a phone anymore? Clyde first saying here. Harmarsh, I'm here too. Blue Healer says, hey Harmarsh. Dinscourge, this is a misleading title. This ain't from the brewery Decker. Brad, hell yeah brother. Hashtag FJB. Tomcat, yo bitches. German Ninja says yo, sub-comment. Then Scourge, we gotta go for 200 comments. Okay, so here's the thing. Every time I ask about this, it's always about the comments. So, anybody that encourages this kind of behavior, but doesn't want a long brew review, there's nothing I can do about that. And I also want to go on record as saying that Mule put out a video today, a nice 3-minute rant I posted it to Rodney Pincone, and then Rodney shared it to the Eric account, because Eric is still in jail for 4 more days for nothing, because Fagbook sucks. And I am so glad that he lost a shit ton of money. I hope he was pissed. I hope he cried a little. And I can't wait for something else, because I said this before, but I'm pretty sure if the next time I post something and it's either, I mean, I have never posted anything that would be, considered inappropriate by standards a few years ago. It's the crying baby bullshit asshole deep state liberal, we have to control everything and turn everybody into a retard. But Mule, I hope I remember to put it there. If not, just go look at Rodney's account or my account, because I posted it to the wall. Excellent rant. I fully agree with what he said, because it's the exact same thing I've been saying for a long time, and I don't excuse myself from the behavior. And what is that? If you're not happy with the way everything is going, you're the one that's at fault. Nobody's doing shit. We're all getting walked on, talking about how, not to pick on Jerry, but Jerry's like going, oh, you just wait and see what happens with the election. Well, you wait and see what happens on the 26th. Well, you wait and see what happens on the 6th. You just wait and see what happens. Nothing fucking happens. Because we're just a bunch of pussies. And we're being rolled. At least the truckers are showing something, and they put out a thing this morning. Believe it or not, the police, the Ottawa police, are confiscating gas or diesel. I'd like to know what justification that falls under. Either way, again, I really don't know what needs to happen. Mule, it'd be interesting. I mean, it probably, I've strayed away from the most of the political bullshit because on Locked and Loaded, because so much of our audience, the United States is still bread and butter, no pun intended. But when you take, India and everybody else, all of a sudden the United States isn't all that much anymore. But still, I think last time, I guess that's kind of misleading to say that, because it's something like, I think last time it was 47% United States, or it might even been less than that. I don't know. We don't really get the numbers anymore. They don't really care about live listeners and all that shit. It's like it's a podcast that just happens to be live on Friday nights from 8 until 10 or later. But Mule, I don't know if I should venture into saying it'd be fun to have you on as a guest, because the yelling and blowing up, which I do myself, and have had some pretty good rants both here and on Locked and Loaded, at least until iFart owned it. I felt comfortable, but now the writing could even be on the wall, because they want to control, everybody now just wants to control speech. If you say something that doesn't follow the government mandate bullshit line, well, you're evil. Then we need to control you. We need to get rid of you. We need to silence you. Look at YouTube. How many times have I said stuff? Now I got to speak in code, because you can't say ivermectin. Ivermectin, ivermectin, ivermectin. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, ivermectin. Let's go, Brandon. Fuck Joe Biden. You can't say all that because, just saying it. You're spreading misinformation. No, you're not. And the truth is coming out all the time. The people I feel the most sorry for are the ones that are unwilling to pursue the truth. Oh, government says it's safe. Yeah, government doesn't give a flying shit about you. As a matter of fact, if they could figure out a way to conveniently just press a button and nobody even remembered you anymore and we could just knock that population down. Clyde always has a tizzy fit when we talk about the Georgia Guidestones, but you know how many people that you may say, and I'm just generalizing, I'm not talking about most of the people that will actually hear this, just the YouTube algorithms. How many people just want to just arbitrarily just believe everything they're being told, and yet it is so not the case. Government, if everything is so important, then why don't we pursue other things? Diabetes, especially cancer. Oh, now Joe's back on it, but I'm sure that was just let him go out and say stuff. All he does is, all we do is lie all the time. What difference does it make at this point in time? Captain Douchebag received a package from eBay. We'll open that up, because nothing says fun like getting stuff for Captain Douchebag. But Mule, I agree, and you're a classic Ham's can. Thank you. Stay safe. Lights, gifts, celebration, eBay. I actually do not have. At one point in time, I was saving stuff, but I got the ham shirt, so there's a good spot for it. I don't think there's enough of a ledge. I'll find. And I just brushed the back button and walked completely out of the fucking comments. This 27 says 6th. Then he says intro Matt, okay. Then he says outro babe is nice. Then he says lots of comments, nice. Then he says Brew Matt is in the Brew Bummy Studios review, nice. Then he says looks like orange juice. But yeah, one of the things that and me and Harmarsh, I already talked about this, is Steve making the comments about the police. Trust me. I think there's some. How do I word this? I've had run-ins, and like the last time I got pulled over, she told me that I ran a four-way stop, and I went back through the area, and still to this moment in time have absolutely no clue what she's talking about. But either way, all I said was shit. I never even saw it. It's not a way I normally go, but like I said, I went back like 2 days later and was like, there was no four-way stop. Okay. Either way, I didn't get a ticket, and she was really nice, and we actually had a conversation outside of being strip searched and that kind of thing. And I think there is some good people, but Mule, I would agree that anybody that goes in to become a police officer, a sheriff, whatever, becomes an authoritarian and definitely becomes one of them. On the other hand, like there's a few that I just can't explain, like Brother's Keeper. I mean, I guess I don't know what he's like in real life, but in conversations with him and having known him almost as long as the Ebomi account has existed, I guess that's like the X-Files. I want to believe that there's some good ones out there. I mean, Jeremy sent me a link to one last night, and obviously. This particular cop, if I watched the semi drive over him, I would have clapped. Just a piece of shit. Deserves death. So do a lot of politicians. Most of them. Even the ones that people would stand here and go, well, he's got an R. He's a douchebag and he needs to die. And so, Mule, for the most part, I agree with you. On the other hand, we cannot... See, this would be like a conversation to have on Locked and Loaded, because even though I may not... Kind of like me and Smile Money. We may not completely agree with the tactics or the stuff that we find, but we throw it out there and it goes back and forth, and that's fine. I keep him angry, he keeps me centered. But bottom line is, for the most part, most authority, I believe it has to be there because it's quite obvious what's going on in these big cities that want to defund, that it's theoretically impossible. On the other hand, if there was no law and it was like the purge on a nightly basis, up until somebody got me, I could, yeah, I have a lot of judgments on some things. Don't worry about pulling up your pants. I'm going to give you a 9. That kind of shit. But the bottom line is most of the there's so much corruption. To me, one of probably the most corrupted is hands down the ATF. There isn't a single one of them I would stand behind. I don't endorse anything. I believe it should be dismantled. I believe they are just a bunch of corrupt assholes that need to go bye-bye in any form possible. And then after that, we'll just keep working on the alphabets. FBI, corruption. It's been proven since the election. It's been proven that the higher-ups in there are bought and paid for by the deep state. And Dumb and Dumber. But it's no, I watched Steve's video, and I didn't disagree with a goddamn thing he said. But he's absolutely right. You look around, and if you say the world's gone to shit, go in the bathroom and look in the mirror. Because you're at fault. I'm at fault. Steve's at fault. Exactly what has to happen before we start changing things. I'm all for a civil way. But the way things are going right now, I don't think that form of language is quite strong enough. If the power was within me, things would be a hell of a lot different. Redneck Ramblings. Let's go, Brandon. Evening, Captain. Evening. Thank you, sir. Let's go, Brandon. DFC. Yo. German Ninja. Yo. So who was I listening? Oh, I was listening to Dan Bongino, who I personally think is, if if I wanted to put someone in control of an organization, of course, if he was put in control of the ATF, he'd probably fire everybody and then quit. But, you know, he was talking about Joe Rogan and what a joke it is. And anybody that believes the farce and bullshit is just, once again, being manipulated by the media and the deep state. And few people are basically saying that, you know, it's a good chance that, you know, maybe he does leave Spotify. That's fine. And I don't know if it's truthful or not, but I saw a thing where Rumble offered him $100 million to move everything, and there'd be no censoring of any kind. It'd blow that platform up. The amount of people that follow him on a daily basis, it's why I constantly laugh at these. I mean, I'm sorry. There may be music that some of these people have had over the years that I liked, but it doesn't dismiss me saying that they are a political, mental midget. And the best thing, as far as I'm concerned, is when they come out and they start telling who they really are, because then I know exactly where to not put my money ever. Like I said, I don't even want the algorithms on Netflix to see that I've watched a Robert De Niro movie. And I think he is an incredible actor, but it all died with me over the way the total immaturity and the way he acts about definitely a president that was by far better than most. I'll just say that. Better than most. Better than all of them in my lifetime. The only thing that has screwed up both of my favorite presidents is they both tripped over the Second Amendment mat in the Oval Office. And me, personally, I don't have a hard time saying this. I am a narrow-minded voter. The most important thing to me is the Second Amendment. Because once we lose the Second Amendment, you lose all of them. Tomcat, did you think smoking a blunt would be good with brew reviews? I'm told that pot smoking and beer drinking go together like peas and carrots. Maybe it would help Miles control himself. Miles says he can't smoke. Miss 27 says, I'm subscribed, now make some content. Jeremy, I love the new Miles comment reading. Approved. It's my money. We now know the first thing that comes into Eric's head. The question is, should we be concerned? Laugh out loud. Probably. Zeus, I have my phone muted in the ER and we're drinking... What? You're drinking tap water? I wonder about some of the shit you do. You're drinking Tijuana tap water. So what's that? Mezcal or tequila? Mike, cheers, Eric and Matt. Bottoms up, boys. Tomcat, will Camel Toe Harris be the next president? I don't know what's going to happen with that. Again, I'm all for them all dying in some kind of a fiery airplane crash, just like in Tom Clancy's Dead Honor. And then pray that... I don't know, Tom. I really do not know. Gunlocker75, it looks like you guys are drinking orange juice. How about a shot of Red Stag in honor of Kid Rock? Well, you can go ahead and do that. I don't have that on hand, and if I did, I would honestly have to take a pass because we're down to one of these, and the format over here may possibly be changing, which means I would still be, reading comments and as much fuckery as possible, but some things will be changing. Jeremy, what I was referring to was BLM was scamming people. Also, the NRA is scamming people, like skimming money from the donations, like a lot of money. Well, I have not given the NRA a dime of my money in about 6 or 7 years. The GOA is where I haven't been involved with them either, and that's not their fault. That's just me. But yeah, I think the NRA is a fucking useless organization that is more than happy to take your money and tell you about all the great things they're going to do to help ensure that we have the Second Amendment. Thanks for the money. Ta-ta. They're just like the Democrats, aren't they? Tomcat, Matt, I love the new jacket. The homeless look is in style this season. Marsh. There ain't enough tow trucks to tow all the semi-trucks and farm tractors in Ottawa. Hashtag fuck Justin Trudeau. Miss 27 says, let them be their peaceful protest. Oh yeah. You wanna clear them all out, but it was okay for the lowest common denominator to justify destroy. Just let them have the precinct. Let them just destroy at will, and yet it's a mostly peaceful protest going on. What a joke! What a joke! ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox News, you all suck, and your ratings show it. You are a bunch of socialist puppets for the deep state. And a lot of people are finally seeing through the bullshit. Harmarsh, nice to see Matt back. Miss 27 says agreed. Jeremy says, I wonder if Miles' cock tastes like olives. Gunwalker 75, 37 seconds includes cuddling. Yep. And the intro to the movie. Jeremy, 300 comments club. No. Miss 27 says, yes, please. No. Tomcat, I was the single friend that all my married friends' wives hated. Now I'm old and married. The cycle of life is complete. Yeah, there's no way I can. I mean, Grandma doesn't like me. She's convinced that I'm, I don't know, got Matt tied down. I mean, sorry, Grandma, your little baby, your innocent little baby. And then Miles, maybe the Spalso unit needs to see the brew reviews, because I am not over here with duct tape and a transmission funnel putting shit in Miles' mouth. That didn't come out right. Tomcat, what's the current temperature? Oh, it's a t-shirt day, my friend. Hey Google, tell everybody the temperature.
All right, broadcasting now.
Hey, Google, what's the temperature?
The temperature in Duluth currently is 36 degrees.
Hey, can you turn the volume down by 10%? Salty Shellback says, if naked was people, I'd be Jenna? Blue Healer, 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. German Ninja. Oh. Blue Healer. I hope things are going better. Never did get an update when I asked about it. German Ninja, cheers Patriots. Cheers Ninja. German Ninja, hey, it's Matt. Whiskey. I'll call him and let him know. Smile Money, Matt. Miles figured out that it's like social network and is being social. German Ninja, 4-hour brew reviews, outstanding. I'm all in favor, say aye. Smile Money says, well, not sure I could take the energy Matt brings to the review. 4 hours would trigger a coma. Miss 27 says 2-hour live Brew Bomi studio reviews. Yeah, we should do a live one. I don't know about 2 hours. It probably would be 2 hours. German Ninja, hey, what do you call a pencil with 2 erasers? Pointless. Okay, I gotta go get the grill started, so let's pick up the pace. Okay, good idea, Eric. German Ninja says, hi, Miles. Then he says, hi, Matt. And then Ben N says, boom. And then Miss 27 sub-comment says, cha-ching. Smile Money. Matt, you try, but you are just so good at annoying. Keep up the good work. German Ninja says L6. You know how the board works, right? You know, you could cheat. You could go and you could Google this shit and actually see the layout, but there is no L6. Steve, well, I came. That's great. Jeremy on Clementine White Ale. Wow, 8 years ago, and I was the first comment. You know what I'm thinking about doing? Well, Christine thought I'd do it over here. That way I can still put up a brew review. And I don't know how that would work for the comments. It would mean I would miss a day of comments on one video and then be answering comments on a retro. But she's like, she asked if I was going to do a brew review, and I said, what, did Harmarsh call you and tell you he was home? Oh, he didn't? Yeah, I'll be doing a brew review. But she's like, I go, you know what, I could get out of it by just uploading go back to the beginning and start putting them up. And she's like, that's actually not a bad idea. It screws up the whole thing with the comments, though. The only other thing that I thought about is maybe putting up a... Sorry, Cav. Starting to put up do a throwback Thursday, and every Thursday upload an old brew review to Rumble, because at this pace I just go ahead, see the writing on the wall. I probably will be permanently moving the brew reviews over to Rumble. Maybe I'll do like Styx does. Maybe every Wednesday or every Saturday. Every Saturday brew review will no longer be here on YouTube. YouTube doesn't give a shit. I think it's funny though. You get people like Styx and the the amount of views and followers that he has, and yet YouTube would rather just kiss all that goodbye. You know, we so disagree. We so disagree with his politics because we want to manipulate everybody and control them and we want to be patted on the back by the deep state. Maybe George Soros has a little hand in all of it. I don't know what controls these people, because I personally think anybody that believes in the way of the Democratic Party and liberalism is a fucking complete, manipulated, unthinking stooge. And if that's you, I don't apologize. You're a moron. You're one of these people that can't see the truth if it hits you in the face as a 2x4. Oh, Biden is just doing such great work. Biden's a fucking retard that hasn't done anything but fuck up this country. Everything that great man right there, Donald Trump won. Everything that man did was about America and making it what it's supposed to be, the greatest country on the planet. Instead, we have a literal walking skin job. If you're a fan of Blade Runner, you know what I'm talking about. All he is a walking skin job. And he barely can even do that. This whole, everything going on in this country needs to be burned to the fucking ground, and we need to start over. This is no longer under, again, if you're a retard Democrat, liberal voter, you might as well just go back and find some sand to stick your head in. If you can't find sand, see if you can just get it back up your ass. Poco Loco. His first effing line was, "I'm not gonna lie." Are you kidding me? Tomcat says that means a new lie is coming. Poco had to go see the doctor with the big fingers. I bet Miles is jealous. Poco Loco. Matt makes me appreciate Miles more. Smile Money. Oh gee, Matt is concerned about Miles developing an alcohol problem because of Eric. So Matt should be the regular co-host because he's always had a problem with alcohol. Oh my God. I love you guys. I love you guys. Poco. B6. B6. Ribbit. It's so hard to pick up the little pegs. B6 is a miss. And then Sharky says, did I miss you shooting at B4? And Poco says, yep. I miss you shooting at B4. Well, there was alcohol involved, but I do not have a shot called on B4. I have C4, which is a miss. So I don't know if I missed something. Somebody needs to let me know. Clyde, in the Whiskey and Revolution for All. I agree. Shark ZF6. JP reporting in for the Shark ZF6 channel. I think I was looking at someone's tits recently instead of her eyes. Damn. Oh. Yeah. I hate when that happens. McLean, I told you about the sugar in juice, but you didn't listen to me, unsub and uncare. Wade, the show went from sheer fookery to sheer dumbfookery. EMT fan. F Fox News. They're just as full of shit as the rest of them. Newsmax is my way to go. I don't watch any of. I don't watch. Yeah. I don't even watch Newsmax. I pretty much listen to Louder with Crowder, Joe Rogan, Dan Bongino is by far my favorite. The Twins, Styx. As I head to bed tonight, I will be listening to, because Styx puts only one video up on YouTube, and he puts all of them up on Rumble. So if you just watch them on Rumble, you get all. I watch every video that he puts out. I like X22. X22 report is good. In all fairness, I love the X22 report, but they're generally 45 minutes to hour plus. And after Dan Bongino and the Twins and Styx, I'm already an hour and a half past every night's the same. I should have already gone to bed, but here we are. What is the other one? We are drawing a blank right now on the other one, and it's also pretty lengthy, so I can't always catch everything. And evidently, if they don't have something new in a while, it disappears from my subscription list. Russell Brand, he's also really good. I try to catch him. Timcast, for the most part. Oh, Timcast he'd put a thing out there, so it must be legit. Rumble publicly offers Joe Rogan $100 million to join. I really hope he does. Yeah, it's been a while since the other one came out. Oh, And We Know. And We Know is the other one that I usually follow, but they can be fairly lengthy videos too. Their last video was an hour and 6 minutes. And I know someone out there is going, and you're going to lecture us about a long video. Well, I'm just saying, I don't have a problem with a long something like X22. I have listened to them from start to finish multiple times, but I have the ones that I listen to first. It's always Styx and Dan Bongino. That is a must. Anything new that they have. The Hodge twins, they're funny, but I don't. I maybe follow 1 out of 3 of theirs, depending on what they're talking about. Usually because they've been on the road doing their routine live, the comedy routine, and a lot of times Dan Bongino, Styx, Timcast, they've already covered all this, and then like 3 days later, the Twins have put something out. So that's kind of the main reason that I've been missing more of their stuff than watching. It's just because it's just a recant of shit that I already know about. Miss 27, the most deadly beer bug that they still can't even prove exists. The most deadly beer bug that they still can't even... I'm sure that's a read between the lines. Hey, and a hell yeah to the truckers. Big things are happening. Salty. I really don't have a smart-ass comment. I'm just trying to increase the comment count. Let's go, Brandon. I hope this is almost over because I should have already started the grill. Sharky. Hey, Matt. Long time no see. Hope all is well. Sharky. Oh, and the SVD on the catwalk. Shake it, baby. Something else that you can come and shoot. Sharky, oh, and the Mosin hiding in plain sight. Stop blocking the guns, Matt. Laugh out loud. Sharky, si vice pacem parabellum means he who wants peace, prepare for war. A quote from a Roman general, but also can be as old as Plato. If you want peace, prepare for war. That's something we need now. Miss 27, outro babe is nice. Miss 27 says, or sorry, Sharky says, I-7. And I knew this was coming because of his grid. I-7 is a hit. And I almost put a white peg in it. Where are we? Oh, we are on the threshold to annihilation. Sharky, SH, lovely outro, babe. See you next time, Matt. Mad Dog Morse. This could be the ground floor for a super spreader, but with that being said, I watched the whole thing. Thank you. Thank you, Mad Dog Morse. Harmarsh. Oh, because I hit the wrong button. Hang on, doing an official reset. Mad Dog had the last comment when I by accidentally swiped. I hit the backup button and it refreshed while people had already been notified of the heart. So the club had already started without my consent. I'll bring this to the club. If you happen to see FWB for Falling Knife, which stands for Filled with Berries, this is their Berry Sour Ale with raspberry and blackberry. Again, weighing in at a mere 5%. It'd be nice if it was more, but it's probably one of the reasons that it's so flavorful and refreshing, and I'm just making up excuses because I wish it was higher in alcohol. But I guess at this moment in my life, it's probably best that it's not. I would happily have another one. Actually, there is. I bought one of each of a couple of things to review when I was by myself, and Miles saw them and purchased another one, which I am not going to drink because I am having this and I am tapping out. But I will tell you that it was very enjoyable, and if it wasn't for me, I would have the other one, but I'm not. And having said that, it's I'd give it a 7.5. I mean, it's very flavorful. There's nothing negative about it. It's just the label's on a little hinky, and I'm just gonna have to dock them for that. Let's go to the club. I'm gonna take the last of this with me. Harmarsh, first in the club, says cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Harmarsh. German Ninja says woohoo, Two-Hearted Ed, club time. Ostakin, more of your German Ninja. Oh, that's secret. Then he says COVID-19. And Smile Money, the brew review is on. Cheers, Harmarsh. Zeus, cheers to the sunny slopes of long ago. And last in is Salty Shellback saying double whiskey barrel imperial stout naked. Okay. I think I know what we can review tomorrow. I mean, if I get stumped, I can always do a does it mix. Kind of opens up the possibility of having two, which I don't want to, because, like I said, possible change in some of the format, but I will never give up on having a good time and politics. Because just like I told the idiot that I work for sometimes, when he said, you know, if you just stuck with the beer, maybe you'd do better. No, dumb fuck. I am not a brew review channel. I am a political channel disguised. So, cheers everybody. And remember, if you can possibly put down a liberal, you're doing America a great justice. And honk honk for the truckers.